Hello guys, welcome to our channel Y&R Daily Signal. This channel is specially created for all the young and the restless fans out there. Here you'll get daily updates, the latest spoilers, episode breakdowns, shocking twists, character analysis and exciting predictions about upcoming storylines. If you're a true Y&R fan, make sure to subscribe and stay connected with us for fast and reliable updates from Genoa City. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to Y&R Daily Signal, your daily source for everything the young and the restless. The week of February 23rd, 27 on Asterisk, the young and the restless Asterisk unfolds like a gathering storm, slow at first, almost deceptively calm, but heavy with the promise of impact. In Genoa City, tension doesn't explode overnight, it tightens, it coils, it waits, and as the days pass, it becomes clear that something fundamental is shifting beneath the surface of long-standing relationships and carefully maintained power structures. At Crimson Lights, what begins as an ordinary afternoon transforms into a charged emotional battleground. The familiar hum of espresso machines and quiet conversations evaporates the moment Phyllis Summers bursts through the door. Her presence alone alters the atmosphere. Heads turn, conversations fade mid-sentence. Even those who pretend not to watch can feel the intensity radiating from her. Her target is Daniel Romalotti Jr. Phyllis approaches her son with barely restrained fury, her composure hanging by a thread. This is not the calculated strategist confronting an opponent across a boardroom table. This is a mother who feels blindsided, betrayed, undermined. She wastes no time with pleasantries. The accusation lands hard. Daniel has aligned himself with Cane Ashby in a move designed to counter her recent decisions. To Phyllis, this isn't a difference of opinion, it's treachery wrapped in secrecy. Daniel, stunned by the force of her reaction, tries to steady the spiraling conversation. He insists his intentions were never malicious. He saw her escalating, taking bigger risks, shutting out dissent, doubling down when others hesitated. He feared she was isolating herself in ways that could lead to irreversible damage. From his perspective, working with Cane was not sabotage, it was intervention, but intention and impact rarely aligned so neatly. To Phyllis, Daniel's explanation feels like judgment, like a verdict. She hears the unspoken implication that she is reckless, that she cannot be trusted to manage her own empire. Worse, she hears the suggestion that her own son believes she needs to be managed. The betrayal cuts deeper because it's layered. If Daniel truly believed she was in danger of self-destruction, why didn't he confront her directly? Why collaborate behind her back? Why smile across dinner tables while quietly constructing an alternative plan? Their argument escalates, moving from strategy to history. Phyllis reminds Daniel of the battles she fought for him, sometimes messily, sometimes questionably, but always fiercely. She sacrificed reputation, relationships, and stability to protect him. Her love has never been subtle, but it has always been absolute. Daniel counters with painful honesty. Unconditional love does not require blind agreement. Supporting someone doesn't mean endorsing every decision they make. In fact, sometimes love demands challenge. The cafe grows suffocatingly quiet. Tessa, working behind the counter, senses that this confrontation is about far more than corporate alliances, is about years of complicated devotion, pride masquerading as strength, and the fear of losing relevance, not just in business but in family. When Phyllis finally leaves, she does so with rigid dignity, refusing to let the cracks show publicly. But outside, shielded from curious eyes, her thoughts unravel. She fears losing her foothold within the Newman orbit. She fears whispers that her instincts are slipping, and perhaps most unsettling of all, she fears that Daniel's doubt mirrors a growing chorus of skepticism around her. Phyllis has never responded to threat with retreat. If anything, she sharpens under pressure. Yet pride is a dangerous motivator. The more she feels cornered, the more likely she is to take risks that blur the line between brilliance and recklessness. Inside Crimson Lights, Daniel remains seated long after she's gone. The adrenaline fades, replaced by a heavy uncertainty. He replays every word, wondering if honesty was worth the fracture it caused. He wanted to protect her. Now he's not sure he's done anything but widen the divide. Across town, another storm gathers, quieter but no less serious. Devon Winters and Nate Hastings find themselves increasingly unsettled by inconsistencies surrounding Lily. At first, it was small things, conversations that didn't quite align, details that felt carefully omitted. But subtle doubt has evolved into genuine concern. Devon's protectiveness runs deep. Lily has endured loss upon loss, betrayal, heartbreak, the weight of leadership. The idea that she may once again be navigating danger alone is something he refuses to ignore. Nate, typically more analytical, finds himself relying on instinct as much as evidence. Sometimes the absence of clarity is its own warning sign. They decide to bring Abby Winters into the conversation. Knowing transparency strengthens their position. Abby listens carefully, weighing both logic and emotion. Acting prematurely could create unnecessary damage, but waiting too long could prove catastrophic. She urges them to pursue every lead, to ask the uncomfortable questions, and to trust that their shared history gives them insight others might miss. As they dig deeper, their collaboration becomes a quiet reaffirmation of family unity. Past tensions surface but do not derail them. Protecting Lily becomes the priority that overrides ego and old grievances. Still, the closer they inch toward the truth, the more they brace for what it might reveal. Meanwhile, at the Newman Ranch, tension takes on a different form, less emotional, more primal. News of Matt Cork's release spreads quickly, igniting anxiety that settles like a shadow over the estate. His immediate disappearance after release only intensifies the fear. It's not what he has done, it's what he might do. Nick Newman reacts with controlled but unmistakable fury. He refuses to sit idle while uncertainty looms. Security protocols are reviewed. Guards are reassigned. Contingency plans are drafted. Nick's protective instincts ignite fully. He will not allow his family to be blindsided. Victor Newman, ever composed, assures everyone that resources are mobilized and measures are in place. But even he understands that unpredictability is the one variable no empire can fully control. Power can deter many threats, but not all. Nikki watches the men carefully, sensing the familiar Newman pattern: strength expressed through action, through dominance, through refusal to show fear. Yet she knows that relentless vigilance can morph into obsession. The cost of protecting the family has never been small. As the week progresses without definitive answers, the tension becomes ambient. Staff members speak in hushed tones. Vehicles approaching the gate are scrutinized. Every unfamiliar number on a caller ID raises suspicion. Matt's physical absence becomes psychologically consuming, a threat defined by what isn't known. Across Genoa City, the emotional temperature rises collectively. Phyllis recalculates her next move, balancing ego against vulnerability. Daniel grapples with whether truth has strengthened or fractured his bond with his mother. Devon and Nate move closer to uncovering whatever Lily may be facing, uncertain whether clarity will bring relief or upheaval. And the Newmans prepare for confrontation, aware that waiting for danger can be more exhausting than confronting it outright. By week's end, there are no tidy resolutions, only sharper lines drawn in the sand. Pride stands opposite humility, protection stands opposite control, love stands opposite autonomy. In Genoa City, ambition and loyalty are rarely aligned for long. Fear drives decisions that ripple outward, secrets linger just beneath polished surfaces. And as pressure continues to mount, one thing becomes undeniable: the transformations ahead will not simply shift alliances, they will redefine them. Because in this city, storms never truly pass, they reshape the landscape.